Hi, how you doing? I have been having some drill bit questions come at me, and it's about how do you, these, okay, take a look at this. This is one that has been, I just brazed this one in together. It's a Milwaukee self-feed bit, okay? I like the Milwaukees. They're very consistent on the total length of the drill. I think it's 4 3/4 from the tip of the teeth, 4.5. 4.5 from the tip of the teeth to the end of the shank, okay? That helps with the doctor press or the tilting column drill press. The numbers work out good that way. They're all the same, helps. Okay, so what we do, we just take, now like here, if you look at the point, here you see that is like a pencil point on the end. We took the regular bit that comes with this that has threads on it, which works very good for what it's for. But when we use it in the drill press or a doctor press, tilting column drill press, we don't want the threads to be there, so we just take the little side grinder and sand that to a pencil point, okay? And then the pencil point goes in there, and then that puts for us a tracking hole that keeps it from waddling around. So it still does its thing without self-feeding. We don't want it to self-feed when it's in the drill press. So when we take one of these to braze together to use with the laser guided drill, or where you have a 1/2-inch hole that's drilled, because here you have, here, it's one of these pieces right here. Can you see this? One of these, which is a piece of, I think it's called B6 as far as the grade of it. It's a 9/16 diameter fine thread. And I think it's called B6 as far as the grade of steel. It's equivalent to a grade 5 bolt, or very close. Okay, so that has been cut down so that the shank fits in to the Milwaukee bit. It's got some shavings in there a little bit, but it would, here, we'll get rid of them. So it fits like it's supposed to. Here. Okay, this little guy goes in there, okay? You see that? So that gives good surface. You don't want to try and weld it. Even if you're really good with the welder, if you get close to this, the cutting edge, and you'll zap it right off. Brazing works pretty good. So this gets brazed in, ends up being like this, okay? This hasn't been cleaned up. I still have to clean it up before I would send it out. But it gets cleaned up like that. Oh, it gets cleaned up after it's brazed like this, okay? Excessive on the brazing. I don't want them to break ever, okay? Okay, so then it's like that, and it's like this, and it fits in there, and everything's perfect, very simple. This part, pretty easy to machine. Okay. Then on the bigger bits, like for the circle stairway, this is a brand new. Oh, this one's only 3 5/8. Huh. Okay, well, I thought I grabbed a 4 5/8, but it will work just the same, because the same in the demonstration. Okay, see this? This shank, we don't have to braze them in here because we've never had one of these bust. It's still the same B6 rod, and the length on the end that we do here, okay, see that? Okay, we got, so you can have the numbers, we have a total length of, there you go, total length of 4, okay? Get it so it focuses there. Total length of 4, and of the part that we got 1 inch on the end that is smooth 1/2 inch diameter, and then 1 inch of threads. It's got to track that hole. If you had the whole thing with threads, there's too much, okay? It takes too much power off the drill to push that much thread through. But this, 1 inch of it seems to work pretty good. So, there, 1 inch of smooth shaft, another inch in, it's 1 inch and 1/16 and 1 inch and 1/16, and then another 2 inches, right? No, 1 3/4 of the shank here. It's cut down to 3/8 so that it fits into the Milwaukee bit, okay? And you see that it's got a tiny little flat. Can you see the little flat right there? The little flat that's cut on the end of that to match up with where the set screw is in here, okay? Set screw there, matches there, goes together like that. And a unique thing that happens with this together is if you've used a bit that's this big, or a 4 5/8. Here, let me grab a 4 5/8, one moment. Okay, here's a 4 5/8. This one has drilled lots and lots and lots of stairways, very old. We've sharpened the teeth, if you see on there, sharpened it many, many, many times. Okay, but what happens, now, if one of these gets jammed, when you've got a 3/4 inch Milwaukee drill behind it, and it jams, it can throw you across the room. But with this on the end, I've never had it jam and get caught and chunk me across the room. Even though I try and be prepared for it and have an extension bar on the drill and stuff, okay? But that's still no fun. So this keeps it from getting bound up, getting caught in there. It makes it still drill true, and it will track the pilot hole. And you want to put the pilot hole in, ideally with a laser guided drill or whatever you're using. The laser guided drill works nice. Hopefully we'll show you how to make one of those soon. That'll fit onto any battery operated, it will fit onto a battery operated drill, okay? Is what we're heading. We have them for ourselves, but it's kind of a challenge to show you how to do it, but we're gonna see if we can do that. But this doesn't get bound up. This will track the 1/2 inch hole. You can drill a circle stairway or handrail, whatever, to have a bit follow, and it will track that 1/2 inch hole exactly precisely. Now, a thing that we found, if we tried to do which it shows in one of our earliest videos, Log Furniture 101, where we drilled a pilot hole. What do we do in there? We drill a pilot hole that's a 1/4 inch and track that. But when we have used the mechanical guides instead of the laser guide, when we use a mechanical guide, you can't adjust for the little grain pole and stuff as you're drilling. But if you're drilling with a laser guided drill and the laser's pointing at the target off over wherever, that as the grain pulls the drill bit, you're able to adjust and make it drill true to what the laser's shining at. Something weird in the way that we're designed that we can do that to make the laser guided drill adjust where a mechanically guided, like with a sleeve, you can't adjust for it. Like on a drilling jig, when the grain pulls the drill bit to the side, there is no way that you can adjust that like you can if you're using a laser guided drill. I hope all that makes sense. So, but these are fairly easy to machine. There. I try not to send anybody to the tendonizer website because I'm doing this for fun, not for money. Well, we make money off of YouTube, don't get me wrong there. I like piles of money, that's good. A wheelbarrow full of $100 bills, I like that. But we're not doing this to sell you something, okay? Got it? We're showing you how you can make it, how you can do it yourself. So, does that explain the drill bits? I hope so. If you got questions, put them in the comments. Oh, maybe I'll end up having to structure another video to show how they all work. And you can, don't drop them. They're expensive. Okay, all right. All right, talk soon.